How's it going, everyone? My name is Braden Cruz. Today I'm going to tell you about my journey through the world of beer. I'm going to be touching on my history with beer, the making process, some of my favorite beers, and even my least favorite beer of all time. Now, before I get into my own personal experiences with beer, I'd like to touch on some of the basics, such as the making process and the different types. Most beer is made from 4 basic ingredients: barley, water, hops, and yeast. The basic process involves extracting the sugar from the grains so it can be consumed by the yeast and fermented into alcohol and carbon dioxide. This produces the beer. There are 3 main types of beers. Firstly, a lager. Lagers are the most popular type of beer. These would be your classics, your Molson Canadian, Coors Light, Budweiser. These beers are very distinguishable by their light yellow color and white head. They often have a light, refreshing taste and are usually lower in alcohol percentage. The next type of beer I'll be talking about is ales. The main difference between lagers and ales is the yeast used and the brewing process. Ales are made with top fermenting yeast and are brewed in much warmer temperatures. An ale is often reddish in color and much richer in taste than a lager. They can often contain more complex flavors as well. The final type of beer I'll be touching on is a stout. Stouts actually fall under the ale category, however, once again, the brewing process is slightly different. A stout is brewed with roasted barley, giving it an extremely rich taste and a smooth finish. Chocolate stouts are a very popular beer in this category, and are actually one of my dad's favorites. Now to go back to my own beer experiences. One of the first beers I ever drank was Bud Light. This was mostly because I wasn't aware of many other brands, and because it was cheap. Bud Light is a light lager with a very mediocre taste. Overall, it's a pretty flavorless beer, and I wouldn't really recommend it. However, for a first beer, it wasn't terrible. Recently, a few of my friends and I partook in a beer tasting where we discovered and ranked some of our favorite beers. One of the beers that stood out most to me was Guinness. Guinness is a stout and has a rich flavor that I thoroughly enjoyed. I could see this as more of a fall/winter beer, and I imagined myself sipping this beverage beside a toasty fireplace. My favorite beer from the taste test, as well as my current favorite beer of all time, is Samuel Adams Sam 76. Sam 76 is a lager ale hybrid, and in my opinion has the best of both worlds. It is extremely refreshing like most lagers, however it is also very flavorful, with hints of sweetness and fruit. To me, Sam 76 feels more like a summer drink, and never fails to satisfy my taste buds. Anchor Steam Beer. As aesthetically pleasing as it looks, this beer was by far the worst I have ever tasted. Anchor Steam is a malt-based beer, hence the deep orange color. The taste of this beer was extremely sour and had a very unpleasant aftertaste. I should have had more doubts with this beer when I was purchasing it, as the lady at the beer store told me she had never sold it to anyone in her life. But either way, I learned a valuable lesson. Don't buy Anchor Steam. Now you may be wondering what the most cost-effective beer is. Luckily for you, I'm here to tell you that. Pabst Blue Ribbon is a cheap lager that can be bought in a 6-pack for under $10. The taste is just okay, but for $10, it's a pretty good deal. Don't take any of this from me though. Get out there, taste beer for yourself, find your favorites, and enjoy the journey. Cheers.